Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Hump day, baby. Oh, yeah. Little Austin Powers there to start off the day. It's a good one, too. Feeling good. I'm excited. A lovely weather, 57 degrees and sunny. Got some golf bets for you today. One of my favorite, probably my favorite tournament in golf down there in Scottsdale, Arizona. Always brings me back to the good old days. Got four golfers I may roll with. I will open the show with that. Uh-oh. Can you smell it? Fresh grass, baby. Wooden bats, pine tar, tobacco spit. Oh yeah, baseball is around the corner. Cannot wait to start talking some baseball. A lot of crazy stuff happened over the off season we probably forgot about. I just hit me yesterday that Juan Soto is a New York Yankee. Boy, they will be even more fun to laugh at this year than ever before. Clayton Kershaw resigns with the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Bums, the the Trolley Dodgers. No. Shohei's in that thing. Gonna be a great year in baseball. However, as of now, what are we? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days away from what they call the big game. Super Bowl 58, baby. If I didn't break it down enough for you, let me tell you, I got nothing today. I ran out of information. I ran out of jokes. You got the Niners. The Niners taking on the Chiefs. Mahomes, baby. Mahomes magic. How could you not do it? Gonna talk some fun stuff today. Like I said, we're talking golf. I'm gonna break down some conferences in basketball, college hoops. I actually meant to pull that up while the music was playing. Can't type this morning. Um, got a question too for y'all. At what point do you personally, don't think about me, at what point do you switch from fading a team to riding a team? And at what point is it so late you're just like, I gotta just fade them forever? It was good for 2 months. They bit me for the last month. But I believe in my handicap, and I believe that eventually they will go back to being fadeable. Or do you switch it up, jump on the train, and then they start getting that turkey dog whooped again? It's one of my favorite thoughts and conversations in sports gambling, especially in baseball, but college hoops too, man. Made a lot of money off North Carolina this year. Last week, lost two bets on them. I mean, this is a broad and pretty easy one. Do you continue to ride them or you start fading them? I'm gonna keep riding them, but I always think of that, man. At what point do you continue to fade teams? I mean, Michigan State, as horrible as they started out, Of course, they're my team. Started riding them heavy come conference play. Don't know their exact record. They're 14-9. But over the last 14, they're 10-4. Which means they were 4-5 at one point. 6-6, baby. Everybody's talking chickadee trash about this Indiana team. I guess I could have gotten to this later. Indiana's got the same record as Michigan State, who's projected to be a 7-10 seed. Indiana has a better road record than Michigan State. Indiana has a better road record than Nebraska. I just don't get all the hate on Woodson, baby. Indiana with a huge comeback win last night over Ohio State. We'll get into this when we talk Big Ten in a minute. But it's just 10-4 their last 14. Glad I was riding the Izzo train. Now, last night, I don't know what the hell happened. Malik Hall, make your damn free throws, man. When Malik Hall misses 5 free throws as a team, I think they shot 35% from the free throw line. You're going to lose every time you do that, especially in close damn games. Also, Malik Hall, big dog. Let me holler at you real quick. Let me holler at you. They got 2 halves in the game, bruh. 2 of them. You come out the first half hot, attacking, getting to the line, getting to the rim, hitting shots, bang, bang, looking great. And then you just don't shoot the ball the whole second half. Come on now, man. You can't let the free throws kill your confidence. I mean, your mother should be ashamed. But you wet a 3, you wet a 1 dribble pull up in somebody's face, on fire, getting to the rim, and then all of a sudden you miss 3 free throws in a row. And you don't shoot the damn ball again. You get to the line again later, miss both of those free throws, and you don't even look at the rim the rest of the damn game. The last thing I want to rant on before I get into the show, South Carolina. Oh, the Mississippi. That over was in the bag. At 12 minutes, I started counting my money. At 4 minutes, I said we just need 2 more buckets, baby. You know what the hell these motherfuckers did? They scored 2 points in the final 4 minutes. Both of these teams should be shut down until further notice. I'm joking, of course. Shout out to South Carolina rolling, getting another win last night. But I mean, hot ham, baby. Hot ham. You got to get that over, man. Gots to. Also, for those who don't know, I took Malik Hall's points total over 12.5. That's why I'm so mad at them up. Anyway, any day, anyhow, this is Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on a beautiful, fantastic, I mean absolutely gorgeous Wednesday. It is Hump Day, people. The 7th of February, the 38th day of the year. Man, man. I'm excited about this weekend, man. There's some good golf going on. I hate to say it. Probably not even going to watch the Super Bowl. I got some other plans I'd rather do. It's Mardi Gras weekend, baby. Anyway, let's jump into some damn golf. Good golf. Hold on. Golf. You got the Phoenix Open presented by Waste Management. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably not gonna like none of these picks. I'm going to start with the longest of long shots, my guy, Keith Mitchell. He's 100-1. Give it to me, baby. Nice and slow. Keith Mitchell, man. Um, don't know why I like this guy. He's made some noise. Hasn't won anything yet, but he has made some noise. Has had weekends where he goes into Sunday as one of the top 5 guys who can win it. Now he has yet to go into that position and pull it off, but he's getting more and more comfortable getting into that position. This is a tournament in Phoenix. I feel like you got to have some more gall to you. I think Keith Mitchell is the kind of guy who's not going to get shaken and bacon by some screaming drunk, and I mean this with all due respect, idiotic, chaotic, ignoramus fans that show up to the Phoenix Open in Scottsdale, Arizona. Keith Mitchell, maybe 100-1. I think he will thrive. Another guy who I think this is just absolutely perfect for. I think this guy will just have amazing days and then go have some beautiful drunken nights on the Scottsdale Strip. Little Lolos, maybe. Some chicken and waffles. Stop by the Bottled Blonde, maybe. Huh? Put a hole in it. Oh, yeah. Give me Ricky Fowler, baby. He's 60-1. Give me Ricky Fowler at 60-1. Love this guy in this environment. I know I'm not doing any golf handicapping. I'm handicapping who I think can drink and hang with the Phoenix crowd. What does that mean when it comes to golf? Not a damn thing. But hey, what do you know? Row. The next guy, my guy. Bet on him every time. It's starting to get to the point where, all right now. I won so much money off you that one tournament. Now we're like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tournaments later. Starting to get close to breaking even. I don't want to get into the red with you. Just keep it in the black. C. Woo Kim. If you know me, you already knew that. He's 50-1. Gonna drop a little dime on him. See what the hell going on. And then one of the favorites I do like that's towards the top. Of course, Scotty Scheffler, he won it last season. He's the favorite by a large amount. He's plus 450. Next guy is Justin Thomas at 10-1. And then you got Max Homa and Jordan Spieth at 18-1. I'm gonna go with one of those guys. Love Max Homa, love Justin Thomas, but give me Spieth, man. I don't know why I got a connection with Jordan Spieth, but I think this is the kind of tournament he can win. I'm gonna take him at 18-1. Definitely gonna take him at 18-1. I got most of my money on him, of course, because of the odds. So got a nice little wager on him. A couple small wagers on Keith Mitchell, Ricky Fowler, and Si Woo Kim. So those are the 4 golfers I'm gonna be riding this weekend in the Phoenix Open. Again, it's Jordan Spieth at 18-1, Keith Mitchell at 100-1, Ricky Fowler at 60-1, and then my guy, as you know, Si Woo Kim at 50-1. Man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to just see all the stuff on Twitter. You know they be going absolutely bananas out there in Phoenix. It's gonna make me miss it. This is the most beautiful time of year out there. I mean, honestly, people think of it as a desert. Uh, it's brutal. May, June, July, August, a little bit of September. But once you hit October through April, it is absolutely the most beautiful city to live in, weather-wise, scenic-wise, and I think they got some good people out there in the valley. And believe it or not, it's a fabulous sports town. A fabulous sports town. I mean, they got every sport. You can get your hockey on, get your baseball on, WNBA, NBA, great atmosphere in collegiate hoops with ASU right in the middle of the city. You got Grand Canyon University acting a donkey on the basketball court. Feel like I'm missing something. They even got the arena football out there. Got the NFL, of course. Although you got to drive an hour and a half to get to the damn Cardinals game. That's another day for another time. It's that boy Dials, and I'm finna bust a rhyme. I am kidding, people. Don't bring me back to my past. Bars. Anyway, let's jump into this college hoops, baby. Let's talk college basketball conferences. I'm talking college basketball conferences right now on Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. Again, I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. We don't have to get too deep into every conference. I want to point out some things though. We got Vermont, baby, still 8-0, winning of 9 in a row. They're holding on to the America East Conference, but not too. They're not like you would think. 8-0. Oh, they got that one. You got UMass Lowell and Bryant, both 6-2, only 2 games back from them. Both of those teams, however, lost one. That's their streak. Anyway, Vermont, baby. Shout out to them holding it down. They're a good team. I don't think they're gonna make any noise in the tournament, but I definitely shout out to them for putting up a resume that I think is worthy of the tournament. Um, that's the right step in the right direction. It sucks, man. We don't have to talk about that today. But we just saw Will Wade re-sign with McNeese. That is a coach that should be at a Texas or I mean he was right at LSU. Auburn. I'm not saying these coaches need to be fired for him. I'm just saying Will Wade could coach USC, Arizona. He could be a coach of the best team in the nation. Kentucky, Duke, Syracuse. But he's at, because of his own wrongdoings, he's at McNeese State. But instead of just using that as a stepping stone to get back into the game, and he probably will, I think he's just saying the right stuff, taking the money. But I think he actually truly believes, and I think he's going to stick around McNeese State for a few years. But a lot of these coaches, they get success at these smaller schools. It's hard to recruit at these smaller schools. So they eventually end up leaving. You leave the $700,000 a year job for the $3 million a year job. Makes complete sense. I'd do it. You would do it. But these small programs, they actually build, they're building, and then it just all collapses because the coach leaves. Takes you a while to find another coach good enough to build something up. But anyway, I wish I wish the coach at Vermont could get $4 million a year. Maybe he can become a powerhouse that can recruit. But of course, I don't know. I don't even know who the coach of Vermont is. You always see these small schools, they have a 3 or 4 year run, and then the coach goes to a bigger school. It's just how it happens. The American Athletic Conference, you got South Florida and Florida Atlantic, both 9-1. If I would have told you that South Florida would be at the top of this conference in November, it'd tell me to go to hell home. You know what I did tell you about this conference? I screamed, 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 screamed. Memphis, 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 Memphis. I pissed off at Memphis, man. But hey, who cares? Why talk about losers when there's winners? Right behind South Florida is Florida Atlantic at 8-1. Both of these teams on a great winning streak. You got South Florida 8-game winning streak, Florida Atlantic on a 7-game winning streak. But wait, there's more. You got Charlotte right behind both of these teams at 8-2 in this conference. The next month in this conference will be fun to watch. Atlantic 10, baby. My guys. A rich what? A rich men. They're 8-1, 16-6, 11-0 at home. But wait, they're in second place. Dayton, baby, covered for me last night. I was worried early. I think they were down 23-11, and I was like, shh. Next thing I know, they're up by 20, cruising to victory. They're 9-1, 19-3. Shout out to Dayton, baby. Winners of 3 in a row, 5-2 on the road, 11-0 at home. Love what I'm seeing from these Dayton. I don't know their mascot. These Daytoners. I'm kidding. Loyola Chicago. Watch out for them. They're 7-2. A game behind Richmond. It's a game and a half, it looks like, behind Dayton. And then you do have VCU putting up a solid. VCU is a team I would watch out for in the conference. And then UMass kind of a step behind them. We'll talk about UMass a little later. Got a wager on them tonight. ACC, baby. Virginia. The wrong was written. The wrong was written. The wrong was rightened. The wrong was corrected. Virginia, now in the tournament projections as a 10 seed, they have won 7 in a row, 18-5 overall, 9-3 in conference play. They are in second place behind the North Carolina Tar Heels, who got their second conference loss. Their second conference loss last night. They're also 18-5. 5-1 on the road though, pretty impressive. They lost to Clemson last night at home. Hey, they've been drinking since Saturday. I thought they were more mature. Guess not. I guess a college kid will be a college kid, whether he's a freshman or a senior. Seniors might be worse. They could actually go get their own alcohol. So, hey, I ain't think about that one. Hey, now, watch out. Getting hot, baby. Duke, they're right there at 7-3. I think Duke is a fascinating team. They just have lost some big games. And then, of course, we can get down into the ACC. Teams like Miami, Florida State, supposed to be better than they were, kind of falling apart. Clemson, they had a great game last night, but I mean, they're down there with Syracuse, 5-6 in the conference, around 15 wins. I'd be surprised to see Clemson in the tournament. Wake Forest, they have surprised me. 12-0 at home, 15-7, 7-4 conference play. Wake Forest would be a team I would love to see sneak into the tournament somehow. And then, of course, you have North Carolina State, who's kind of fallen apart conference play, had a great non-conference schedule. And then, of course, the bottom feeders of the ACC. Pittsburgh, supposed to be better than they were. Maybe next year. I keep telling those twins they got to bulk up. They don't do it though. They come back. Well, it's only been 1 year, but they came back this year skinny as hell still. Big 12, baby. This one is actually interesting. You got three lost teams, and then a bundle of 4 lost teams. Believe it or not, Kansas, 4th place in this conference. Boy. Uh, and this is gonna go against everything I believe in. But I like this conference realignment. I wish this was the only move. I don't like the deadening of the Pac-12. I don't like the Big Ten becoming 30 schools. I don't like the SEC adding Texas and stuff. I wish this Big 12 would stay like this. This is the perfect conference. Nice mix of teams, a nice size of teams. 14 teams. That's perfect. Perfect, man. And then you got Houston, Baylor, Iowa State. Those are the 3 lost teams, all at the top of the conference. Houston, they're 20-3 on the season, looking good, looking great. How about Kelvin Sampson last night, huh? Up 20, cussing, cussing the refs out. I mean, it was emphatic. Beautiful thing to watch. Baylor, they've been under the radar all season. Watch out for those Bears down there in Waco. Iowa State, another under the radar team. And then, of course, you have Kansas, who, I mean, their resume on paper is impeccable. The eye test is horrible. And then you look at the record and it's. But if you look at their wins on the season, they have had a great season. Kansas might be one of their most impressive seasons. However, they're 6-4 in conference play, 18-5. Uh, so what do you know? Like I said, on paper, you'd be like, damn, they beat all these teams. You look at the record, you're like, huh? And you watch them play, and you're like, well, these boys trash. Kansas Jayhawks, the anomaly that is something. I don't know this year. Then you got 16-6 teams right behind them, TCU and Texas Tech. Oklahoma, the most overrated team I've ever seen. Kansas State, BYU, man, Cincinnati. That'd be my dream job, man. coach Cincinnati. Just because of the history, man. You got Huggins starting off there. You got Mick Cronin starting off there. And I don't know if they started off there, but that's as far back as it goes for me. I mean, of course, Mick Cronin been at UCLA 6, 7 years now. Huggy was at West Virginia my whole childhood, pretty much. But he did coach Cincinnati back in the day. I just want to add my name to that lineage. Huggins, Cronin, Donaghy. I need to figure out how to start working my way into the coaching ladders. But Big 12, man, awesome, awesome, awesome conference. Of course, the Big East. I could talk about this conference for a year. UConn, head and shoulders above everybody else. 11-game win streak, 21-2 overall, 11-1 in conference play. Marquette on a 6-game winning streak, right behind them. Not right behind them. A few games back at 8-3. Then of course Creighton, Seton Hall, right behind them. Shout out to UConn, man, running away with it. Uh, One thing I will say about UConn, this team is better than last year's team. Now, does that mean they're going to go back to back? Who knows? A lot of pressure on this team. Um, Last year, I don't think this team gave a hot ham about conference play. And what I mean is they were like 14-4 or something like that. They were third, fourth place. They didn't care. They're like, bro, we're better than y'all. We know we're better than y'all. We lost. Oh well. See y'all in the tournament. This team, I feel like they're putting everything into every game, which you're supposed to. I just think being the top dog with the target on your back, I don't know. The type of energy they're putting out every game. I feel like they're gonna come out flat. And the way they're looking, it's gonna be in March, and it's gonna break my heart. And it's a lot of pressure, man. Especially once the tournament starts, lose or go home. Now you got to be as good as you've been. I love to see it though. I'm not saying lose just so you could feel like okay, cool. But 11-1 in conference play is impressive. Big Sky, baby, Eastern Washington. Kind of talked about them a little bit before. They're 9-1 in this conference, running away with it. The Big South, baby, High Point still undefeated, 20-4 on the season, winners of 12 in a row. Shout out to High Point, a college I've heard nobody in my life talk about. They're 9-0 in conference play. There's two lost teams right behind them. UNC Asheville and Gardner Webb. Gardner Webb's 11-12 overall. However, 6-2 in conference play and won 6 in a row. That's the type of team that can sneak up, win the conference tournament, and all of a sudden they're in the second round of the tournament and nobody knows where the hell they came from. The Big Ten, baby, they're led by the Purdue boys, 10-2, Illinois and Wisconsin, both 8-3 right behind them. Purdue, 7-game win streak. Illinois, 3-game win streak. Wisconsin, believe it or not, they've lost 2 in a row. Got an easy peasy game tonight against the Michigan, who is last place at 2-9. Losers of 5 in a row. The only team in the Big Ten with a losing record overall. 7-15. The only one that comes close, Penn State's 11-11. I mean, it's just at the point, bro. You gotta fire him. You got to fire this man. You can't keep letting your program go down the damn drain over some hot ham Fab Five reuniting fucking nostalgia built shit for the fan base. You know what to make the fan base happy? Winning some damn ball games. This is Michigan. It's hitting some little ass school like, oh, look, my favorite player from 1991 is our coach. How awesome. No, bro, get him the out of here. I ain't even mean to talk about that. Indiana getting a lot of hate. I think this team is sneaky. Indiana's going to end the season pretty damn good. Everybody screaming fire Mike Woodson. Needs to go, I don't want to say anything too mean. So go see how long you can hold your head underwater. And remember, when you think you can't hold it anymore, oh, you can hold it another 3 minutes. I believe in you. Big West, baby. UC Irvine, 10-1, winners of 4 in a row. UC San Diego right behind them, 9-2, along with UC Davis at 9-2. Drexel, they got a 1-game lead in the Colonial Athletic, 8-2, baby. UNCW and Charleston and Townsend, all 7-3. That'll be a fun conference to keep an eye on, of course. I doubt anybody's keeping an eye on it. Louisiana Tech, the Techsters. Now it's the Bulldogs, my mother's alma mater. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They're 6-1 in conference play, right above Houston, Sam Houston, that is, who is 6-2. New Mexico State 5-3, right behind them. That's crazy. 11-12, New Mexico State 0-9 on the road, 5-3, and in third place in the conference. Horizon League, baby. They got Oakland. They got Green Bay. Both of these teams 15-9. Both of these teams on a 3-game win streak. Both of these teams 10-3 in conference play. Oh, baby. It's February. It's a weekend of February, too. Let's get this thing rolling, man. We got madness around the corner. Youngstown State, they're right behind them at 9-4. Texas Mapping, what's the dang deal, baby? Shout out to you, whoever the hell you are. Ivy League, baby. You got Cornell. You got Yale. Both of these teams 6-0. Both of these teams on impressive win streaks. Yale 8 in a row. Cornell 7 in a row. Both 6-0 in conference play. Princeton, the team who I like the most in this conference, 4-2 in conference play. Kind of falling apart. Would it be crazy to have 3 teams? I know it's not gonna happen, but it would be crazy to have 3 Ivy League teams in the tournament. Maybe we get 2 this year. That'll be awesome. That'll be impressive. But which 2? Do you get Cornell and Princeton, or do you get Cornell and Yale? Or we're gonna have to figure that out. That's why we watch the game. Metro Athletic. They got Quinnen and Apayak. They're 10-1, winners of 9 in a row. I'm gonna have to learn how to say that school's name. Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac? Y'all know what it is. The Mid American, baby. They're leading by Akron, 10-1. And then Toledo's right behind them at 9-2, with Central Michigan on their heels at 8-3. The Mid-Eastern, baby, Norfolk State and NC Central both 5-2. Missouri Valley, you've heard the name. Indiana State, they've won 7 in a row. They're 20-3. They're 11-1 in conference play. Then you have Bradley and Drake, 9-3, right behind them. Now, this is the conference of all conferences this season. The Mountain West, I mean, making it happen. This is a basketball conference. They're about to take. I mean, once Pac-12 leaves, it's gonna be the Mountain West. It's gonna be that 5th big conference. You're gonna have the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 35, and the Big 10, SEC, and then Mount West and Big East. Man, I mean, this is basketball programs at its finest. 19-4, 19-4, 18-5, 18-5, 18-5, 16-7. These teams can play ball. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm talking New Mexico, Utah State, San Diego State, and Boise State, all 7-3, all tied for first place. I mean, let's get at it. If you're not watching Mount West basketball the next 3 weeks, you're missing out on probably the most exciting race for a regular season conference title. Right behind them is Colorado State at 6-4, and then you got 2 5-4 teams in Nevada and the running Rebels of Las Vegas. Central Connecticut and Merrimack, they're taking over the Northeast at 7-2. Sacred Heart 6-3, right behind them. Morehead State, I'm talking Ohio Valley basketball, people. Morehead State's 9-1, winners of 5 in a row. Western Illinois 8-2, right behind them. The Pac-12, the final season of the Pac-12. It breaks my heart. Don't go breaking my heart that the Conference of Champions, a conference with this much history, is 1 month away from never being a conference again. Arizona right now at the top of it at 8-3, winners of 3 in a row. Don't look now. Washington State tied with Oregon in second place for 7-4. Oregon tied for second place in the Pac-12, not in the tournament right now. I mean, let's make it right, people. Washington State winners of 3 in a row. You know who else won 3 in a row? A team that's only 2 games back from Arizona. UCLA, the mighty Bruins. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to talk about them in a few minutes. Oh yeah, I'm foreshadowing the bets, baby. Colgate, they're 9-1, top of the Patriot League. Lafayette, 8-2, right behind them. SEC ball, baby, got a good one in that one tonight too. Auburn and Alabama, part 2. If you didn't watch the first game between Auburn and Alabama, you might have missed out on the best college basketball game this season, and I'm not even joking. South Carolina though, Alabama's 8-1, won 4 in a row. South Carolina won 6 in a row. South Carolina's 20-3, 5-2 in a row, 12-1 at home, and 8-2 in conference play. And then right behind them, you have Auburn at 7-2, Tennessee at 6-2, and then it drops to Kentucky 6-4. Man, oh, the Mississippi had a great non-conference. Started off 13-0. They're now 18-5. Been 5-5 since conference play started. Man, I thought Georgia was gonna be better. I kind of knew it. I said it about 2 weeks ago. Georgia's gonna just fall right back into Georgia basketball. I am surprised that Arkansas's declined, but who gives a hot ham about some pigs? I don't. I did think Kentucky was gonna be better. 16-6. Damn. I mean, even Calipari had high hopes before the season about this Kentucky team. In the Southern Conference, Samford 9-1, UNCG, they're 8-2 in second place. Then Southland, baby, talked about this school earlier with Will Wade. McNeese State's 9-1, 20-3 on the season, 12-0 at home, 7-3 away. Boy, McNeese State, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this team is gonna be sneaky. I think this team's gonna be scary come tournament time. I'm not saying they're gonna make a deep run, but I think they win the first game, and I think they scare the shit out of the second game and go away with their heads held high. Southwestern Athletic, you got 2 teams at 7-2. Grambling, Southern, one of the biggest rivalries down here, down south. Bayou Classic and football played every year. Both of these teams, top of the conference. This is the funny part, though. Southern, they're 7-2 conference play, 4-game winning streak, 13-9 overall. Grambling, tied with them in conference play, 7-2. However, they're only 10-12 overall. Uh, and then Alabama State and Texas Southern, third ward, going hard. Both of those teams tied in second or third, whatever you call it, at 6-3. The Summit League, baby. North Dakota and not San Diego. Every time I see SD State, I think San Diego State. This is South Dakota State, people. The Jackrabbits, North Dakota and South Dakota State, both 6-3. North Dakota on a 6-game burner, 6-game winning streak. Now this is the fun one. Oh, the West Coast, baby. The WCC, as they call it. Gonzaga and St. Mary's. I mean, I don't want to break this up. They're talking about going, not St. Mary's, but Gonzaga's trying to go to the Big 12. Whew. You know what I would love to see? Boy, would I love to see it. Give me Gonzaga in the Mountain West next year, baby. Oh, heart pitter pattering. Just thinking about it. That'd be the perfect fit. Washington State and Gonzaga join the Mountain West next year. Oh, fabulous. St. Mary's, however, they're 10-0 in this conference. They've won 11 in a row. They just beat Gonzaga by 2 on Saturday. Gonzaga tied in second with 7-2 with San Francisco, the Dons. And then the last conference, baby. I always want to say alma mater, but I'm still in school and I'm failing. Must not ever be my alma mater. The Grand Canyon, baby. GCU, the Lopes. They're 11-1, winners of 4 in a row. They're 21-2 on the season. Shout out to the damn Lopes. I put in my homework the other day. Go Lopes. How about them basketball team, huh? And my teacher told me, shut the hell up. It's a religions class. I said, God damn. Can't root for the basketball team? Anyway, GCU 11-1. One of the best teams in the nation this season. Running away with that conference. Let's preview Wednesday, baby. How about it? I'm getting a full show in today. I love it, man. Some good games tonight, man. It's some games that I would love to bet that I don't think I'm gonna get around to it. Get a round to it. Anyway, it's captained by a hook. Hump Day Hoops. Georgetown's going to Seton Hall. Seton Hall minus 12.5 at home. Love Seton Hall in this game. I think it's going to be more of a. I got like 10.5 on this game, and even that, I think it'll be like an 8-9 point game. Ed Cooley's sick and tired of being sick and tired over there in Georgetown. I know he's not regretting his decision. I just don't think that he thought. I think two things. I think Ed Cooley thought he'd be able to turn it around quicker with the transfer portal. I also didn't think he wasn't prepared for the amount of scrutiny he would get 20 games into his first season. I mean, they're talking about it's the worst hire in the world. Give Ed Cooley some time, man. Y'all saw what he did to Providence. Sheesh. But 12.5 on Seton Hall. I like it, but I don't love it. The over two is kind of tricky. It's right in that range of like 141.5. Just gonna completely stay away from that game, strictly because of Georgetown's in it. Seton Hawks will lock them down and win that thing 62 to 50, and neither of the bets hit. So staying away from that for sure. Just talked about this team. You got High Point, you got UNC Asheville. This doesn't sound like a great matchup on paper, but you got number one and number two in a conference going head to head, with the number two team being at home, being plus 2.5. Uh, Sheesh. I mean, this is gonna be a damn game. I might figure out how to watch this game. These are the type of games you want to watch in college hoops, man. These guys are gonna go out there and give it their all. Let's go to ACC ball. You got Pittsburgh taking on North Carolina State. It's 3.5 the line. I think it should be more of a pick 'em, 1.5 at most. But 3.5, it's not like they're giving me 6 or 7 points to take, and who the hell knows what the hell could happen. The over is intriguing me too. It's juiced at a 141.5. I'm starting to realize, and they're doing it slowly, so we don't uproar. But it's a lot more 115s than 110s on the damn boards. I've noticed it with Super Bowl numbers around different books this week. Uh, I hate to say it, but I think the rumors are true. I think we're going to have to start paying more juice on our bets. I think in 10 years, we're going to just be betting minus 125s, minus 130s. And I've never been more disgusted in my life. Disgusting, mate. Absolutely hideous. Louisville. They're going down there to Syracuse, taking on those Orangemen. Syracuse just let go of Benny Williams. Uh, I mean, I don't know who the problem was on that team. I think every player on that team had a little emotional prima donna drama problem. I've said it before on this show. They go up 10, they act like they're the best thing you've ever seen. They go down 10 and they cry like an 8-year-old girl on her birthday who really thought she was getting a pony. Syracuse favored by 8.5 tonight. I would bet the Orangemen if I had to. Louisville stinks. Don't know why they haven't hired that guy and fired that coach and hired me yet. I've said it on the show. I'll take 1/3 of what he gets. Matter of fact, you give him $3 million a year. Give me 300,000 a year for the next 5 years, and I bet you we show up in the Sweet 16 after 3 of them years. I bet you we back in the Final Four on the 5th year. I bet you I bring Louisville basketball back. They're never gonna see this. I need to go put in a formal application. I believe, but Louisville, Syracuse, I'd bet Syracuse if I had to, but I really just, after losing by 50 to Wake Forest, I don't even want to think about Syracuse basketball for another week or two. Just, towards the end of February, I'll be like, damn, this is my last few chances to watch the Orangemen, and I'll watch. But for the next 2, 3 weeks, just get it out my face. I don't even want to think about Syracuse basketball. Villanova, they're plus 3.5 on the road at Xavier. Man, you cannot call Big East basketball, but I would never bet on the road team, and I like Villanova over Xavier, but I don't, I just you can't do it. Both of these teams are right there, neck and neck. Gonna be a good damn game, that's for sure. Tennessee, baby, jumping over to the SEC. Tennessee minus 13 and the hook against the Tigers of Louisiana State. I'm talking LSU, baby. The over is 152 and a hook. That seems ridiculously high. I would bet the under if I had to, and I would bet the plus 13.5 on LSU if I had to. Kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot. Think LSU keeps this game closer than people think. I got it more at 6.5 than 13.5, and that is a huge leap. Uh, I just Tennessee's not a blow a team out kind of team. I mean, they blew out Alabama by 20, so let me shut the hell up. But I think LSU got some diggity dogs that people don't know about. Uh, I think they can bite Tennessee tonight. Also, it's Rick Barnes in Tennessee. I've been fading them for a decade. Let's get it, baby. Alabama, Auburn. I want to talk about this game last because I got it written down and I scratched it out. I want to tell you why I wrote it down, and then I want to tell you why I scratched it out. But I want to finish up some other games first. Gonzaga minus 25.5. No, thank you. What is it? 2020? Them boys was cold in 2020, man. Believe that's the Jalen Suggs, Drew Timmy years. Them boys was nice, man. And nice as a bag of rice. James Madison minus 4.5 taking on Arkansas State. If I had to bet it, it'd be James Madison. Not going to bet it. Back to the Big East. Creighton favored by 2.5 on the road against Providence. Providence coming off of an embarrassing game against Villanova where they only scored 16 points the first half, where it was 15 minutes left in the game and they still had 16 points. I think Providence comes out with a fire at home. I think Kim English gets them boys rolling. However, Creighton and Coach McDermott, how can you bet against them? You can't do it. Missouri, Texas A&M. I mean, who the hell knows? Nebraska, they're plus 5.5 against Northwestern. I feel like both of these teams play close games. If I had to bet this team, I would take the 5.5 with Nebraska, just because I think it'll be a 3-point game. Either way it goes. Notre Dame, they're dogs on the road. Of course, there'll be dogs on the road. To Duke, the Blue Devils, coming off of that loss to North Carolina. Duke's minus 16.5. The over is only 133.5. With such a low total, it kind of scares me that they can win by 20. But this game could easily be 70 to 50, and it goes under, and they win by 20. Staying away from it, but I do like Duke to win by a hell of a lot. Just that total, it throws me off. Throws me the hell off. Georgia plus 7.5 on the road against Mississippi State. I'd take Georgia plus the points, but I'm not. Uh, USC taking on California. It's to pick 'em. I'm just gonna stay away from it. Big game though. I do like it. Let me get back to Auburn and Alabama. I'm gonna fix this to where half of it goes into the bets. The other half stays right here in the previews. I'm gonna mess everybody up with this one. Auburn, Alabama. First thought, Alabama plus the 5.5. I mean, this game is gonna be a 5-point game or less, right? I believe Auburn was 3.5 when they went to Alabama. That crowd was rocking, shucking, jiving. That fueled Alabama. Alabama had a player who hit about, I think he went 4 for 4 maybe even 5 for 5 from 3 in the first half. That's home court advantage. I don't know if Alabama gets that 4 for 4 from behind the arc guy tonight. Also, Alabama won that game covering barely. I believe they won by 4 or 5. 3.5 was the line. As much as I love the amount of points, 5.5, and taking it, I feel like this is an Auburn game. They're coming back for revenge. The crowd wants to see revenge. They're going to be amped up down there in Auburn. I think Auburn barely covers this game. But boy, it's hard to lay 5.5 with Auburn against Alabama. You'd think it'd be a 3-point game, but I think down the stretch late, I mean, Auburn missed free throws against Alabama at Alabama, which would have helped them win. They could have tied it up, but he missed it. 77-76 with like 30 seconds left. Alabama ends up covering. It's just a head turner. I wrote down Alabama plus 5.5, and then I scratched it out. I think Auburn barely covers, but I don't have enough gall or confidence in Auburn covering to lay it. Might watch it though. Oh, that first game was the best game of the season. This game will definitely sell some damn tickets. We saw Morgan Freeman courtside over the weekend. Maybe they get some more celebrities down there in Auburn. But I do have 3 bets for you. Thought I was gonna have 4 for you, but I got 3 of them. One of them is moved, and I love it. I love when lines move in my favor before I bet them. Usually I bet my bets before the show, and I was like, I'll just wait. I don't have anything I'm married to. But I'm going to start it off in a small conference. We got UMass, Frank Martin. They're on the road taking on St. Bonaventure. Give me UMass plus the 4.5. If UMass does lose, it'll be by 2. Give me UMass to win this game, but I'm going to take the 4.5 just to be safe. UMass plus the 4 and the hook taking on St. Bonaventure. And then in the late game, I'm going to do it. This team's won 3 in a row. I'm a big believer in this team. If you go back to my X or Twitter, whatever you call it, and you go all the way back to July something, you'll see me tweet out UCLA is winning the championship. I agree. Age like milk. But I still believe in this team. The mighty, mighty Bruins and Mick Cronin. I think they're about to hit a nasty win streak of 7 or 8 in a row. They've already won 3 in a row. Give me them on the road at Stanford tonight. UCLA on the money line. It's only plus 116. It's not like I'm calling a plus 400, but give it to me. I know. Nobody's going to bet that with me. I'm going to be riding them mighty, mighty Bruins tonight. I'm going to ride them the next 3 or 4 games. I read their schedule out the other day on the show. Forgot it as of right now. But I think they have a nice little 7-game win streak brewing right here. You like what I did there? Brewing? The Bruins? Huh? All right, yeah, they got Stanford tonight, California on Saturday. And then next Thursday, they host Colorado. And then next Sunday, they host Utah. And then they got USC again. Then they got Washington. I think they win all of these. Stanford, California, Colorado one's tough. Utah one's tough. But I think they sneak it out. And then you got USC and Washington. I think they get both of those. The last 3 up in the air. You got Washington State at Washington State, and then you host Arizona and Arizona State. Those last 3 are going to be a doozy, but I think UCLA goes into those last 3 games 7-1 or 8-0 the last couple of games. I'm going to jump on the train now. UCLA on the money line plus 116. Now, if you don't know the show, watch out. I need somebody, anybody, hit me with the horns. A little early, haven't done it in a while. It's Franklin, Earl, Beardwinaton with the best bet of the damn day, people. Holla at me. Let me take you on a stroll. You just heard me get pissed off about Juwan Howard. He didn't get fired, did he? Course not. Hell no. Keep him for life. F him. Give me Wisconsin tonight. They're going into Michigan. They're going to turkey dog whoop them boys. Send Juwan Howard home crying, screaming, shouting, drooling. He's going to be so mad. Get Juwan Howard the hell out of Michigan. Give me Wisconsin, baby. Minus the 5.5. Saw it this morning at 7.5. I don't know what the hell these crackheads are smoking. Oh, Wisconsin lost 2 in a row. Fade them. The hell up out of my face. Wisconsin minus the 5.5. They beat Michigan by 20 tonight. That is the best bet of the day. I saw it at 7.5, wrote it down at 6.5. Now it's 5.5, baby. Come on. I mean, we gotta be smoking something. Y'all think a 7-16 Michigan team who got 5 of them wins with the interim head coach and Juwan Howard only won 2 games this season is gonna beat Wisconsin? I'm talking about the Wisconsin team coming off of a loss to Purdue, a hungry Wisconsin team that lost 2 in a row, a Wisconsin team that was first in the Big Ten 2 weeks ago, going against the worst team in the damn conference, one of the worst teams in the nation. Give me Wisconsin minus 5.5. I mean, it can't get easier than that. Like how I did that. Put some conviction in that one, huh? Anyway, just to recap, we're going UMass plus the 4.5. We're going UCLA on the money line, and give me Wisconsin minus 5.5 as Franklin Earls. Beardwinaton's best bet of the day. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love, and thank you for the support. Always appreciate it. Every single view I get, trust me. Y'all don't know how big of a deal it is to me to see 11, 14 views and go, yeah, we're growing, baby. I remember when I was getting 1, 2, 3, and then I got happy when I was getting to 6, 7, and now I'm getting 10 to 14, 15. Couldn't be more appreciative. I really do love it, man. Like and subscribe just to show some more love. Make me even more of a happy camper. Huh? Huh? Anyway, Captain, by a hook with the red beard. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on a beautiful, fantastic hump day, baby. It's Wednesday, the 7th of February, the 38th day of the year, and this is a morning show. Please take all of your wagers at your own risk, all of these wagers at your own risk, and please, please, please gamble responsibly. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Heads, baby. 2 days in a row. Let's get it. Dobbs.